Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. Thank you for joining me wherever you are joining me. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree, but whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated, and if you are joining me on my YouTube channel, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and tell a friend. I have questions. Why is it there's more outrage over what an athlete says than why the athlete feels the need to make the statement? LeBron James made a statement condemning another senseless killing of a black person, and people are focusing on James as if what he said was despicable. He thought it was sad another young black person lost their life at the hands of law enforcement. I do too. Everybody's okay with the girl being killed because she had a knife. Nobody cares that there were multiple police around and all of them were too afraid to jump in and subdue the girl. Nobody cares that the officer went directly to deadly force and never even considered alternative actions like a taser. All they care is, here comes another black person speaking out of turn. Really? I have questions. Why is it that white America feels that they can speak for black America? I scroll through Twitter, look in the mentions, and the only people who are telling James what he should or should not do look nothing like him. They don't come from where he comes from. They sure as hell have not endured any of the hardships that his people have had to endure. They just feel that they should be able to say, be quiet. They feel like they think, oh, well, since LeBron was able to ascend to that certain level because he was afforded that luxury, that he should just be quiet, that he should just be thankful that he's not one of them. Hell no. I would be more disappointed if he didn't say anything. I'm more disappointed when athletes of his caliber don't say anything than when they do. Because them being quiet, they're being complicit by not saying anything. The problem that white America runs into is that they think the fight against racism is black versus white. But it's not black versus white. It's black versus racist. If you're a white man or a white woman and you are not a racist, we show you love at every turn. I know many white men. I know many white women. I meet a new one every single day who are not racist, who do not have that kind of bone in their body, that are willing to stand up with other people and be counted. But I also meet a lot of them who aren't willing to do that. And if you're not a part of the problem, then if you're not a part of the solution, then you are part of the problem. And that's what we have to understand. If I'm not going to stand up and say this is wrong, then I'm just allowing it to happen. The fight isn't against police. The fight is against unnecessary police brutality and murders against black people. What's so hard to understand about that? Why not just ride for what's right? I have questions. Why is it that the only time we get immediate body armor camera footage is when the police feel they are right? Law enforcement, if you want people to believe you're doing the things that you're supposed to do, stop waiting to get the facts straight. Stop waiting to tell the story correctly. Let the video do the talking for you. In that Kaya Bryant case in Columbus, that body cam footage came out almost as soon as the murder was announced. They wanted everybody to know that the officer was well within his right, well within his duty to shoot her dead. But just months ago, when Andre Hill was murdered in the same city by a police officer, there was almost 9 days between when Hill was murdered and when the body cam footage was released. I watched the video, unfortunately. I know I said that I wouldn't watch the video, but when there was all of this backlash and people decided to make Kyra Bryant into this monster, I decided that I needed to watch the video. And I saw a fight break out and police officers around watching. I saw it go from the ground, then up, then onto a car. I saw a police officer pull up, have a chance to get out, see what was going on, start talking, then pull his gun out and shoot 4 shots into a crowd of people. Any one of those bullets that didn't hit that young lady could have hit someone else, could have ricocheted and deflected into someone else. Yet all we do is talk about, well, he was in his right to use deadly force. Okay, let's just say you're right. He was within his right to use deadly force, but did he have to kill her? She never gets a chance to make amends for her wrongdoing. Nobody says that she shouldn't go to jail. We said that she should have an opportunity to rehabilitate the same way that every white man that doesn't get killed when they do something wrong does. The same way that every white woman who does something wrong doesn't get killed so that they're able to go on and rehabilitate themselves. That's what our justice system is supposed to be about. That's what we're supposed to be here riding for. Not for the ability to murder somebody and call it justified. In Elizabeth City, North Carolina, people are asking for the body cam footage because the murderer of Andre Brown, who was shot while trying to drive away, while trying to flee, hasn't been released. Shout out to Brooklyn City and their police chief. He didn't wait. When Dante Wright got into his automobile to try to drive away, and he was senselessly murdered, and the officer gave the excuse that they were reaching for the taser, which would have been a good thing to do. They let that image come out. They let the people decide for themselves. Maybe fans should spend more time worried about the crime instead of how to defend the criminal. The reason police recklessness is so rampant in our society is because they've operated with such impunity for so long that they believe that they were untouchable. They've made countless amounts of movies about this. We need people in power positions like LeBron James and many other athletes to consistently remind them that they can be touched, because that's the way change happens. It happens when we constantly point out the inadequacies of the establishment. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. We do this 2 times a week. Rate, show, comment, agree, disagree, but whatever you do, keep it spicy. A 5-star rating and would be appreciated. And if you're joining me on my YouTube channel, like, subscribe, tell a friend. I'll see you next time. Be safe out there. Peace.